You have almost answered the question. Leaders are born. Some leaders are born, some are made. Chief James Ibori is a born leader. And let me also say something that is very instructive and very, very important in this narrative. And like that, I also tell people in my word that a leader does not look for what his followers are looking for. And so selflessness should be the watchword of a leader. How do you impact on lives of your people or the people who believes in you? I want to challenge any politician that have started since 1999 that can say that person have not benefited either directly or indirectly, either through development or through personal impact of Chief James Ibori. Chief James Ibori is the unifying factor of a leader in Delta State. You cannot write the history of Delta in terms of politics and in terms of remarkable impact without mentioning Chief James Ibori. He has set the mark and he consistently tried to maintain that mark and touch lives, and he has spread his tentacles and created impact in the lives of people. I don't want to do a comparison. When there is a choice, when there are two things, you make a choice and you rather remain on the choice you have made. So I rather remain and talk more about James Ibori. Yes, I have known His Excellency Senator Arthur Okowa. Briefly, yes, we have met one or two times, and James Ibori is my leader. I believe in James Ibori's philosophy. For anywhere he goes, his philosophies are embedded in me, and he's somebody that I feel that has an altruistic and a good intention towards the people of Delta State. The burden of Delta State to grow and become a better place is on him, and you could see that it is genuine. And so I rather remain on the narrative and the personality of James. Equating him or comparing him with any other person, in my own opinion, may not be necessary. He remains the leader, undisputable. Nobody, I don't see for now that anybody can match his achievements. So that I think it's better that I just leave it that way. 2023 was, somebody was asking me, and I said, in all my life in politics, yes, I've aspired before 2023, but 2023 has its own unique impact in the sense that it exposed me to the deeper intrigues of politics. In 2023, I saw betrayal, I saw loyalty, I saw deceit. At the same time, I saw comradeship. So I saw all these things. I saw people who also have organic love and loyalty towards me. So 2023 brought a lot of experience to me politically, and I have no regret over it. Yes, we were planning towards having a congress or a primary of a larger number, but the law came out unexpectedly and limited it to a smaller faction. And of course, unfortunately, those smaller factions where it was limited to, was not where our strength was as at that time. And Englishman will say, French people will say, "Que sera, sera." It is, what will be, will be. And it happened, and I accepted it. So 2023, I came back and I asked myself this question: what was the intention? And I said, my intention was genuine. Were you disappointed? And the answer is, I was never disappointed. I was never disappointed. The outcome is what it is, and there's nothing we can change. But the lesson I have drawn, the lesson I have learned, I've learned a better way of dealing with people. I've learned to be more circumspect. I've learned to be more critical. I've learned not to take people on face value again. I've also learned to trust more to whom that trust is due and who deserve that trust. You give him all the trust. I've also learned to reward faithfulness. In the course of that journey, there are people who were not afraid or they were not ashamed to stand by me even till the end. And such persons will ever remain my friend. They will ever remain very close to my heart. And so 2023 was a litmus test. In short, it's the climax of all. I think I should say that 2023 was the graduation year of my political journey, and the experience that I gathered in that 2023 is also helping me in my business level, even if it's not so much in the political. But the experience also have helped me in my private life as a businessman, and so there are a lot. There is more that I gained than any if I thought that I lost anything. So 2023 was a very wonderful experience to me, and I want to thank every member, every person in your channel that believed in me and stood by me. And I want to thank them once again. Some of them, I'm still reaching out to them. And that was why when the primary ended, I had some persons who were going around asking people something you voluntarily gave them and say, hey, you must give it back to me. And to me, my friends were saying, Jude, can't you do that? I said, do what? Did anybody come to my house to ask me for something? I voluntarily, I willingly gave it to them. If I have another opportunity, I will still give to them. There are people of our new channels. If I see that if that thing I gave to them have improved their life, I'm happy. That is my satisfaction. After all, that was my intention of running for election, to, improve their lifestyle. So if that which I have given to them can in a way improve their life, to me, that is the ultimate satisfaction. So I want to thank them. I want to thank everyone that believed in me that time and said, I am eternally grateful. And we shouldn't lose hope in our new channel. Someday, somehow, things will continue to get better. Then on 2027, you said, I think for now, I'm more interested in how to improve my business. I'm more interested in how to offer service to people in a selfless way, at my own pace, in the way that I should dictate it. But we don't owe our life. But if you ask me as of today, this is what I want. This is what is my intention. I'm already doing my business. Immediately after that primary, I went back to of course, I didn't leave it, but I just concentrated more on my business. And from my personal process, I tried to impact lives in one way or the other. And I think that is my disposition. That is my philosophy. If anything is going to change again, we don't owe our life. God ultimately will direct, but what is in my mind now is my business. Let me answer it this way. When the primary ended and I wasn't victorious, of course you ask yourself, when I was working in the oil sector where I was working, there's what they call AAR. In production, AAR means after action review. When you want to go to develop a well and for any reason, either it's successful or it's not successful, you must do an AAR where you begin to say, where did we do well? Where did we get it wrong? What was the challenges, the showstoppers and all those things? And you draw your lessons from there and you build, and begin to do some mitigation processes for another one, the subsequent development that you want to do. So I did all those things in the politics, and I said, regrets, nothing like regrets. I drew my lesson, but the question that I asked myself at that particular time is, what next? Regret, I didn't regret, but what next? Is it going to be a continuous cycle? And the answer was immediate. It's obviously not going to be a continuous cycle. It's about service. If you try and they said no for now, they don't need you, then you go back to where you originally belonged to. So there's no regret. I am a businessman from the private sector where I am doing and by the grace of God thriving there. So politics is just, it's not a vocation for me. Politics was supposed to be, in my own way, a vehicle to offer a bigger service to the people. And so when the people doesn't want it, naturally, it's only natural that I should go back. And that's exactly what I did. But the issue of regret, I've never regretted anything because I feel that the act of God works in everything that we do. If it is God's will at that time, nobody will stop it. That is the truth. And so if God doesn't want it this time, or God doesn't even want me to venture into that area again, He's already providing a way. The important thing is that you are impacting life in whatever capacity. So I have no regret whatsoever for 2023. and I will never have any regret. And as a matter of fact, in my principle, I don't regret anything that comes my way. I see it as the will of God, and I accept it in good faith.